Archers, attack! Keep firing! Let none escape! Another down! Do not relent!
Welcome to another episode of another pod. Do not relent. Plunderstorm still exists. The haters are still hating, but I'm eating good. I'm Slidewhistle.
It's your boy, Immunization. Hello.
And it's me, Aaron, Fire Mage Extraordinaire and Horde Punching Bag. And I would just like to let everyone out there know that I'm beginning this episode with a hearty glass of Josh.
Josh.
Yes, I have paid my $14. I am partaking of the meme wine. There's really no need, everyone. It's not worth the lip service.
Wow, Aaron. I feel like you are officially 30 plus years old because I feel like that meme is at least like 8 months old.
Josh wine? I guess. You know what? I did see it on the Facebook, so welcome to old. Welcome to my 60s, am I right? It's a...
Yeah, but
That's a Hairspray reference for all my theater kids out there.
all three of them are laughing. I know there's more than three, but...
Oh, there's one right here. I played Wilbur Turnblad. You're timeless to me, listeners.
There's been just as much discourse around Plunderstorm as usual. I feel like I've only liked it more, maybe because of the discourse. Maybe it's making me love it. Maybe you guys are making me a lover.
I think it's really funny. I feel like this new game mode, or like it's technically a different server, I guess. It has created this, like, I feel like the atmosphere there is completely different. People like talk shit and like act as if it's just a completely different vibe. I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's in the lobby before the game, everyone's talking shit. People are like saying like, I want to say vaguely threatening people, but like it's just like outright threatening people.
I mean, they are saying like, I'm going to go and kill you in the World of Warcraft. So it's a virtual threat.
I think, Aaron, you asked me last week if I hit round 40, would I still be playing Plunderstorm? And I guess the answer is yes. The answer, because I hit 40 pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, because since we've last recorded, it was announced, or I don't even know if it was announced. It was discovered that there is a hidden feat of strength achievement for getting 1 million plunder, and by that it's like, what is that? Like that equivalent of being renowned 400 instead of just round 40.
Oh, I don't like it when you say it like that.
But... yeah, you've got quite a ways to go, bucko. But interesting. Now, is it for like the love of the game, or is it just in an attempt to get that feat of strength?
Part of it, I think, is definitely the feat of strength. I mean, for sure the feat of strength. But part of it, I think, is it's really fast to get in and out of. So, like, at work, I have 2 hours of downtime to be able to do whatever I want, and I have my at-work gaming laptop that I play games on, and I'm able to get into, like, a fuck ton of games so quick. If I die, okay, I'll just re-queue. 10 seconds, I'm in again. So that's definitely, I'm like, with this, and then playing at home, I think I could definitely get the 1 milli before it goes away. I hope. I'm at like 160k right now.
Well, are we officially on our third week now? Are we halfway through this event now?
Oh, third week? This isn't third week, is it?
Yeah, this is the second week. Last Tuesday, so 2 days ago, that was the 7-day mark.
Sorry, I've like lost track of time because like
you're using pirates calendar.
Yeah, I mean, like, since our last recording, I've like been traveling a lot.
Oh yeah, you were in Utah.
I just got back. I just got back from Utah like literally a few hours ago, so I'm pretty tired and a little bit like it's not even jet lag because it's like 1 hour time difference, but like that feeling of like the fact that you've been traveling all day, you know?
Whenever they would wake you up in the morning for business, would they go, "Another great day in Utah"? They would say it like ludicrous. Yeah. Welcome to Utah.
What was the number one redeeming quality of Utah?
We may have a Utan listener out there, so don't be too mean.
No, I'll actually be like genuine here and say that it was very pretty. I was in Salt Lake City and like just the mountains, beautiful. Like I was realizing I don't know that I've really seen mountains that close before. I mean, like, I don't know. We're three Midwestern boys here, and like it's pretty flat
Speak
here.
for yourself, friend. I often take visits to West Virginia, and what it may lack in cultural events, it makes up for in big mountains that they force me to drive through.
But like those are also like old and hill-shaped mountains, right?
They're old. Those are old mountains, not like that new hotness that Utah's got. But yeah.
I mean, they're pretty too, though. I mean, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. And I guess I've been to the Appalachians before because we did hike in the Appalachians before, but that was a while ago.
Utah.
But enough about Utah. Let's head back into the Plunderstorm.
Snarkin'. I gotta say, and this is perhaps my little bottom boot of the week right now, I am insanely jealous of anyone who can use like the big pirate sword that you get around like 37. I might continue to play Plunderstorm just to have access to that thing, because Growlina can't use it. All she can do is knives until she finds another sword. They have nothing for me, but this thing, God, it's such a fucking power trip to have this on my hip. Sometimes I walk around and I don't even hit people with it. I'm just like, oh yeah.
So I know Slidewhistle has already gotten his like level 40 renown done. Aaron, are you done with it as well?
No, I've been playing semi-casual other than my Twitch stream that happened last weekend. We did 4 hours to get people their crabs. That is still technically going. I think that goes away next Tuesday. So watch your favorite streamer. Not me. I don't know if I'll go back, but I've been playing it very casually. I'm level 33 though, so I'm close.
Yeah, I think I actually am exactly the same. I was surprisingly able to on shitty Wi-Fi play a little bit of Plunderstorm. And
I feel like it has to be pretty unintensive considering like I guess you're loading 60 guys. But you're only loading like 100 enemies, one map, and like some random, like 2 pieces of hate.
Yeah, I will say I was very much so testing this because I was on the aforementioned 11-year-old laptop, and I was on Marriott Wi-Fi, which is very sketchy.
At least they have you at the Marriott. I know before you've been at the Superb 8.
No, that was one of my last companies, and yeah, that was another time, thankfully. And I will say, I had to put my graphics on super low still, but that's for every game that I play on that old relic. But it was so bad that, like, it didn't show me the... What's the AoE circle for the Earth one? What's that ability called?
Earthbreaker?
It just did not show the circle.
You just had to guess by vibes to see if the guy
I'm
was
like,
smirking
okay,
or not.
I see that they are casting Earthbreaker, so I'm just going to start moving and hope I can get out in time.
I was reading, so like some people in lobbies, they're like, how does everybody get to land before me? Whenever I land, everyone's level 3, and everyone's like, bud, you might need to upgrade your computer because you're probably on a long loading screen. So if you find yourself with people landing who are like higher level than you when you get there, it's probably your computer. You might want to lower your settings.
Yeah, like if you are on a load screen for a long time, which was also happening on that computer, so... You know, I was very much so just trying to get my per game quests done and get as much plunder as I could before encountering anyone because, yeah. Oh, also, did you guys see that they made some of those quests easier?
Oh, you fucking bet your ass I did.
Certainly, they stopped giving me... There was a while there, and I think you can see it on stream. I had like 10 games back-to-back where they give you grab 2 items... which is the scariest quest, because, like, when are you going to find an item? I've gotten to, like, 10th and found 0 items. After that barrel, that was it.
Yeah, I feel like that one had been hard for me, but then also surprisingly, like, since we last spoke, sometimes it was even hard for me to kill 2 elites. Like, if I was late to land, or if I landed in a hot area and I needed to, like, to survive, I needed to, like, run away from people, like those elites die quickly, and if you like don't get those 2 done, if you didn't get those 2 done in like your first area where you landed, then like you might just not.
Yeah, the landing, they also buff some mobs too, so like there's just mobs everywhere. I've been actually having a lot of success just landing in a field on some spiders and running around the spider fields.
Yeah, I don't fucks with like landing in big areas and be like, I'm gonna fight you, because I had some. I am not ashamed to admit I had some zero money matches out there. I was a big shot, and I tried fighting, and I ended up 60th place, zero monies. So yeah, now I just kind of land in no man's land and be like, as long as I fight one spider, I'm on the up and up.
Oh my god. Have you guys had any personal betrayals happen to you? Because I had one earlier today. There where I was just like farming out in one of the spider fields that Slide mentioned, and there was a dwarf out there farming. I believe his name was Axart, and we at several points. This was like when we were like say like level 2. We were both the same level, and we ran into each other. We actively like finished what we were killing, looked at each other, stood there for a second, and then like ran off in like parallel lines to like go about like, you know, killing some other things, just continue farming. And we were like, okay. So I was like, oh, we have like an unspoken little bit of alliance going on here, because this happened like 3 or 4 times. Like we were in the same area for a while. And then it got later, and I was like level, 6 or 7, and these two were fighting, and I went over and like joined the fray because it's become my
it's free real estate.
Yeah, it's my shitty little strategy where if I see 2 people fighting, I jump in and try to clean up, right? So I jumped in, and then immediately both of them barrel away. And I'm like, okay, bye guys. Like just so that they could dodge each other, or like maybe they're offended that like I broke up their duel. But before like they barreled away, like I took some AoE damage or something from them. So like I was maybe at like 65% health or something. Then like out of the shadow pops Axart, and he just starts wailing on me and then kills me. I'm like, excuse me? First off, where were you? And also like, I thought we had something here. This is like in the final 10. I'm like, what is this?
Axart said there's no friends. I gotta kill you now before it's me, you emotionally at the end.
I gotta say, I'm out there. I don't trust no one. I'm a bully. If we land and I see you, like, it's on site. I'm sorry. And so many people, it's gone from... So last week, the meta was like, collect your little treasures and then just die. If you're engaged, die. That was the meme. Now people, I don't know if those guys just left or we got some sassy sisters. You'll, like, hit them and then they'll stand and then they'll be like, really? That's what you're going to do with your day? It's like, yeah, guy, I get points for killing you. Sorry, guy. Like,
or like my personal favorite is like, instead of like using a barrel or like ability to try to like get away so they could heal, I've seen people just kite me towards the storm so that they can just yeet themselves into the storm and like kill themselves so that like I can't get their plunder.
That's my favorite. There's like this like weird movement happening like in lobbies where someone's like, hey everybody, who's eating themselves into the storm so no one gets my plunder? I am. And I'm like, this is why I kill you guys at level 1, so you don't make it to the end just to kill yourself with plunder. Like, that's fine if you do. It just means that I'll have less people to have to get through to win the game.
I am petty, so I have done it, but I don't announce it in the lobby, and I don't do it every time. Most of the time I go down fighting the brave fight, like I will fight. But like a few times I have tried to disengage a fight, and I've like, okay, I'm just gonna try to run away now and finish my quest or whatever I was trying to do, and then they like chase me across the fucking map for like 5-10 minutes. I'm like, you could have been like farming or doing something else during this time. I don't know why you're like wasting all your time chasing me. So then like at that point I'm like, fine, I'm running into the storm, goodbye.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine, but to go in with the mindset of, the minute somebody hits me, I'm gonna run into the storm is so funny. That you got a bunch of spells. Like, maybe you might win a fight. Like, you might win. People will miss all the time.
Yeah, in that aforementioned story, what I did, I led them to the storm. I quaking leapt in, and then chain pulled them in with me.
Petty shit. That's good. I'm still having fun. I don't feel like I'm at a state where I'm just like, I hate this grind. Because like, I mean, obviously I don't have to get the 1 million achievement, but... Yeah,
no, speaking of like the weird people in the lobby just like complaining, how often, because for me it's like every fucking game, do you guys see like people in the lobbies like being like, sigh or like I'm tired of this or like
Yeah.
oh my god, only a few more levels and then I am free. I'm like, no one's forcing you at gunpoint to do this. You don't have to be grinding this. Also, just like play like one game a day for like 6 weeks and then like you'll be there, I'm sure.
Yeah, like like I said, I did the math. When it started, it was a game a day, or a level a day. Now you may have to do a couple things, but just turn your brain off. Just do the quests.
Also, they've like they've buffed your plunder, so like it's even easier now.
Yeah, and this is my new hot thing. If engaged, don't die, trying to run away. If only because, now the money's bigger. If you get your 250, I don't know, stick around for a couple minutes. You can get to like 400. Do that 4 or 5 times a day. You're good. I don't know. It's silly William. And also, I hate to say, it's like very good to do this because you get something at every single level that's either aesthetics or a pet or a mount or trader's tenders. Like this is, in one say, I'm not trying to like buff their knob here, but this is a very lucrative thing for a very small amount of work, if I may say.
I just also want to say, yes, I agree. First off, I agree with you. And all 3 of us are very high on this game mode. I feel like it just is still really funny to me that people that are like, oh my god, like Blizzard really like doesn't know what they're doing here. Like no one wanted this. It's like, how are they gonna have a patch and not have it do X, Y, and Z? I'm like, it's a 0.6 patch. I don't know what y'all are expecting. Like I'm still on that train. I'm like, y'all need to calm down. Like this, I don't know.
I've got some even bigger news. I've got a friend who was willing to sub for a month to try Plunderstorm. The man hasn't touched WoW in many years, but said, I might dick around in Plunderstorm. I says, I'll let you know.
It stinks that you have to have an active sub to play it. I do semi-agree with that. But I mean, it's a good way to get people into like the WoW client, because you don't need to memorize a bunch of spells. You don't need to know any lore. You can be any shape of weird guy. Everyone wears white linen t-shirts, and then you go in a field and you punch each other. Like it's I don't know. It's easy engagement, dare I say. It's iPad kid level of engagement.
And then it's just a core base level. This is a nothing patch, and it's at least for the 3 of us, giving us something interesting to do for several weeks here while we wait for some like actual in WoW Yum content. So like I'm cool.
In the alternate world where we were so against this, would you come here every week to be like, oh, here's my progress towards the Taven quest. I sat in the Cobalt assembly area for 3 hours and got 0.5%.
Oh, well, I do. I eventually do want to talk about the Taven meta because I have been working on it. But is there anything else we want to talk about, like Plunderstorm?
Yeah, so right before I lost the source image, but I saw a comment that basically was like, if they were to add pet battles today, people would kick and scream and cry, just like they did back when it was introduced the first time. Which is funny. We definitely do shit on pet battles, but can you imagine just being like, it shouldn't be in the game at all? We're just like, don't make a daily quest attached to it. That's it. Or a weekly quest attached to it.
No, I mean, I think we said it several times, and usually when we remember that pet battling exists because the weekly is pet battling, we're just like, well, this is there for somebody. Or whenever like Super Soaker Squirters Day happens, and we're like, well, again, this is not for us, but we're happy that those pet battlers have their squirtin'.
Super Squirt Day.
Happy Squirt Day.
It is, by the way. It is Super Squirt Week. I think it's today. I think isn't it happening soon?
Wait,
it's happening now?
Excuse me? Wait, was Super Squirt Week? Is this a WoW thing?
You haven't heard of Super Squirt?
No, when people come up to me in the game and ask if I'd like to participate in a Super Squirt, I usually pull up my complaint, my flagging protocol, and get them out of there.
Here it is, Super Squirt Day for US OCE realms on March 28th. Sorry, folks, if you're just hearing this, you just missed Super Squirt Day. It's what happens when it's at the pet battle stars align. When the sign of the critter lines up with Squirt being active in your garrison menagerie. So what that happens is you get to just like super XP level your pets like really fast, like 2 to 3 minutes, and you can beat Squirt as many times as you want.
Yeah, so people are squirting all over their garrisons or something. I don't know.
Usually when I beat till I squirt, I can only do it 2 to 3 times. Then after that, you're kind of just pumping in the wind.
The next Super Squirt Day, August 25th. Sorry, folks, if you missed this one. Wish we gotten to you sooner, but you probably already knew if you really wanted it.
Yeah.
I was about to say, we are not the forefront of the pet battling community. If you're depending on us to know when you need to squirt, you're wrong.
Uh-huh. You want this nut?
Squirt. Okay, so we're going into the meta achievement. What's it called again? World as the world turns, World Breaker, World Meta, World Star?
World Star, motherfucker!
Honestly, the way I find it in my achievements log is you can literally just type in Tyven and then it will come up and then I pinned it.
No, but same though. That's how I did it because I had to like check each individual quest, so I had to keep going back. So I was just like TAI, and it's like, yeah, there it goes.
You guys gotta search Shadowland. That's how I get there.
Also, Slide and I were talking about this earlier off the pod, and I get so annoyed every time I need to search through the achievements, especially the meta achievements or any achievement that is like a combination of like a few achievements. And you click into an achievement. Why is there not a fucking back button in this achievement screen so that you can just quickly go back to like what it was a part of? Like, I feel like that would be such a good quality of life change. Maybe just nobody has brought this up before, but like other people have to be as annoyed as I am by this.
I feel like it's one of those things that I wish they'd overhaul. Maybe this is what dev time could have gone to instead of making
Well, let me go knock on the ceiling. Maybe Ian will hear it.
Ian, he heard us last time. Wait, what did he hear us about and then fix?
Oh, well, there's a kill counter now in Plunderstorm. I know we've been talking about that.
They just added. I'm so excited. Sorry, back to Plunderstorm, everybody. We got Plunder Brains over here. Yeah, kill counter's been added. Then they did something else I thought too. Like, they just been making really quick, on a whim, on the cuff updates that people want. They actually removed something from the Taven meta.
Ooh.
It was like some hard to get chest in the Zeralet Caverns. They removed it from like the treasures of Zeralet Caverns. So they're already making adjustments there.
Oh, yeah, Slide and I got this achievement randomly, I think, before the last content patch came out, and we were trying to like just catch up on some achievements. And that particular one, you needed... Okay, I know we're no longer like new WoW players, and us being Draenor Darlings is not like new, but like this cape that you needed for it was a cape that made you like resistant to fire damage, so you needed to wear that to open the chest that was under Shadow Flame waterfall thing, and it was from an old raid. I don't know what it's from.
Nixia, it's an Nixia cape. Wait, so there was that one. So that means that the price was probably skyrocketing to buy a cape, I bet you, on the auction house.
I mean, because I did back, like, what is this, like 4 or 5, whatever months ago, I did buy that cape off the auction house for this achievement. It was like, I dropped like 4K on it. I'm like, that's fine.
Did you do that quest, Aaron?
Not at all. So thanks, Ian. You're looking out for me, the little guy.
Little. How many... Okay, what do you guys think is going to be the hardest one for you guys to do that's not the Forbidden Reach?
I was say, because that was going to be instantly my answer. I really don't know. I need to look because of the, like, let's say there's 8 things you need to do. I've completed 3 of them, and 4 of them are, like, very easily achievable. Like, I just need to do 1 more achievement here. But there's one that's really kicking my ass, but I forgot what specifically it was.
I have 2 answers here, and one being the one you mentioned earlier, the Cobalt Assembly rep grind that apparently I was only 4 out of 5 on. And before we were recording, and actually before Slide got home from work, I was trying to get a little bit of that out of the way. And I legitimately fell asleep at my computer. I don't know if it's just because I'm tired from traveling all day, but like that is such a boring rep grind still.
What we need to do is we need to gather around as a DN army, as a DN community, And we just need to, you know what? I'm going to pull my Asmongold here. I'm going to leverage the community. Everyone at 6 p.m., log into your Proudmoore Tunes, go over to the Kobold Assembly, and let me fucking kill you so that it's easier for me, an F tier
Don't do this.
celebrity.
Don't do it.
Also, I don't know why Slide said you need to PvP for this. You really don't.
Because people are going to fight.
You just kill monsters, right? Like you kill dragons and stuff. I swear that counts.
Yeah, you kill. No, I was doing it earlier today, like literally 2 hours ago. I know that like you get rep just from killing the mobs there. You don't have to kill people, and it's not a PvP zone if you don't want it to be. There is a PvP zone in there.
People aren't fighting, you guys?
No,
not.
Okay, so it expands outside of the circle. When you said it last week, I was like, this man's a liar, but he's Cobalt Assembly level 5, and I'm level 2, so what do I know?
Yeah, like there is like that one circular tower that is like PvP is on in there, and I think there's a world quest that spawns there. Perhaps that world quest gives you additional Kobold rep. I don't know. I just don't fuck with that tower because I've been joining groups that are farming this rep, and then we just go around and kill things, and then you don't get rep from killing them. There's a chance for mobs to drop items that give you rep, which is
this
really
feels like Gold Proving Grounds all over again. A lie told by a friend.
It's not a lie. But when I did it, that was the fastest way to do it. So it's not my fault that you two slow asses have to catch up now, and I have to be current on methods that I don't need to know because you guys were too lazy to do it when it was originally
How's my friend Tyr? Because I heard you just saw his ass.
Tyr is done. My questline is finished. What are you talking about?
Excuse me, how's the Whelp Daycare going, huh?
Oh, it's going.
It's going.
It's How are you guys doing with the Tuskar?
Yeah.
Have you guys finished that meta quest yet? No, you. How many lunkers do you have, Aaron?
Got your mama. She's the biggest lunker I ever done seen.
Oh my god!
Joke's on you. She stinks like a pussyfish. You don't want that.
Joke's on you. My mama's busted.
Wait, so my advice for what I think two ones that are going to be hard that you can do, keep checking. Is it the Emerald Dream? Whirl Spring. There's a Whirl Spring World Quest. Whirl Spring World Quest. It's apparently only up like every 3 months or something crazy. And you have to fly around and get a bunch of moonkins in the trees. It's that one.
How many 3 month increments have even passed since that came out?
I don't know. That might be an overestimate of how long it is, but people were in the comments are like, this thing never is up.
Also, I don't know what you're talking about, and I assume I've already done it because like I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a world quest where you have to. There's moonkins that are named that are in trees.
Oh yeah, you have to save specific named ones, right?
You need to save all of them. You need to save all 16, and you can only save like 6 at a time. So no, I don't think you have it unless you've been doing this world quest religiously.
Is this a world quest or is this the one like is part of this meta achievement the achievement from Raid or no?
The achievement from Raid.
The Emerald Dream
Glory of whatever.
I don't know.
Because remember the T-Swift achievement was rescuing things from the tree, right?
I think that's a separate, so that's inside of the raid, right? This was separate, but it's very similar to that one. You're like dragon racing.
I have laid eyes on this achievement that Slidewhistle is talking about. I don't remember it being part of the meta achievement for the Emerald Dream, but I do know I've seen
and
it.
I'm pretty sure I'm done with the Emerald Dream.
Yeah, because you guys got the antlers
good
accidentally, because you did it.
Yeah, so I think I'm done with that. I think.
Oh, is it not in the Emerald Dream achievement?
I don't think it is.
I need to pull up this list and look at it. But let me see. While I do that, but the other one that's for sure there is the Lunker one. You may think you have this. It's not harpooning Lunkers. It's summoning Lunkers. And to summon Lunkers, you need ominous conches, which you may have in your bank if you didn't delete them. I've seen people who were complaining because they deleted like 170 ominous conches. Aaron, did you delete ominous conches?
I don't think I've held on to an ominous conch that I've ever gotten. They're like, they can do something else for this mini game you're not a fan of. And I said, okay. and I break it over my knee every time.
Oh my god. So like, yeah, that as well for me. Like, I think I have like 18 out of 25 Lunkers summoned, so I need to figure out how to get more of those conches.
I probably have 0. I don't think I've done a single one.
You might have this one done, but there is an achievement for like creating or I believe turning in a certain number of obsidian keys up in that area.
God, I do. Probably, yeah.
So like I'm maxed with Sibelian and Rathion, but I'm only like 2/3 of the way done. And I didn't realize that like there's another achievement that you need for this where you need to turn in a key to the other 2 people as well. And I just never have turned into a key to them.
Oh yeah. The evil guys, they live out in the mountains.
Yeah, that's one. And then I think the other one is the one that is by the forge in there. I think that's the 2 of them and then Rathion and Sibelian, I think. So anyways, so like I think at some point, without realizing that you needed to turn in a certain number of keys, I think I deleted my key ingredients to save some bag space. So
Luckily, that farm isn't that bad. I did that one recently. It was just like doing a little loop of killing all the guys and putting some... Though I had a lot of key fragments already, but that's kind of annoying. But Aaron, back to the Lunker thing. So like you have 0, right? What you can do, what you're going to want to do, there's a weekly to get 10 free ominous conches. 2 fishing world quests will give you 5 ominous conches for giving them stakes. You're going to want to start that now because you need 5 conches per lunker and you need 25 lunkers. So good luck with that. You're going to have fun.
Yeah, and then honestly, the Tuskar ones are confusing to me. Besides the ones like there are the soup achievements, but then I'm like, I was looking at these achievements, and one of them is like upgrading your Tuskar equipment, and I'm like,
yeah, I think I got a spear a year ago, and that's about all I've done.
And one of the achievements apparently is upgrading all of your equipment all the way, and I'm like, I don't even know how to upgrade them, y'all.
There's a guy at the Capital Tuskar place that can do it for you. I'm actually still missing 1. I don't even know what... I was like, oh, I didn't realize I was missing 1 still.
Yeah, so this meta achievement I think is going to keep us busy. Like earlier today, I was like doing the rounds to try to like do just fill in random pieces. So I was like following the Grand Hunt around for a while and like finding the disgruntled hunters to talk to, and then I think I'm getting close to being done with like the Grand Hunt parts at least.
Oh, and for the Grand Hunt one, I'm 99% sure that the colors for the birds are account wide. So I think you can use different characters to get a better chance at the purple bag. I'm pretty sure I read that in the comments. But double check that.
Also, I think if you just do all of the other achievements, you probably should get all of those customizations because I'm fairly confident I have not killed 30 bosses in these hunts, and I have there's a lot I haven't done in the hunts. I haven't even done a hunt in every area, and I have all the customizations. So I don't know.
That's not normal people. That's not normal people. I've killed 28 bosses and I'm missing like 4 colors. So you better just enjoy that life you have over there of your good RNG rolls.
So maybe then, if you say it's account-wide, maybe what happened was I at some point was doing hunts on at least 2 characters, and then also throwing in a 3rd or 4th every once in a while. So that's probably how I got those.
Yeah, I think that would definitely increase your odds. I'm not seeing that quest in here. So maybe I was just looking at random quests that were underneath. So like that Moonkin one, don't worry about Whirlspring unless you're a masochist that wants to do an extra achievement for no reason.
Damn, you really fucked up everyone who was listening specifically to the 29-minute mark. And then they were like, we're going to do it so I can catch up with my favorite boys.
I got to pause this podcast, do a little bit of research, and get that achievement done before I finish this episode.
I'm not going to come back till I've done it. It's my personal race to Taven.
Man, the one that I really don't want to fucking do, and actually this might be the one we want to start sooner rather than later, is the fucking elemental storms, because they rotate through storms and zones, right?
Yes, and you need to do all 4 elements in all the zones, and I already know this is going to be my least favorite thing, And I don't know if it's just been bad timing on my part or if you guys have also experienced this, but in particular in Thaldraszus in the like the tier area, like earlier there was like an electric storm there, and I was like, oh cool, I can knock part of this one out, and I flew over there, and then it just like phased away. I don't know if it just happened to be ending when I was flying in, or if like that area of zone's weird.
Yeah, there is a daily or weekly that shows up a lot of the time there that's like, kill guys that are around. And yeah, that will erase any other quest happening there. So it's really luck of the draw.
And then I've noticed this with the Grand Hunt as well. Sometimes, like, if you're phasing weirdly, it just disappears off the map. And I'm like, what is happening, Blizzard? Stop.
Yeah, the phasing is super annoying. So keep your eyes on that. I was looking through the Wahid comments, and I thought this was really funny. For the meta achievement for like doing all the storms, Cave BR posted April 2023. This achievement may not have any reward now, but I feel it is somewhat likely this achievement may end up being part of the Dragonflight meta achievement. Might be worth grabbing now while it's relevant in your board than doing it later. Wow, nailed it.
My man Apollo is standing behind them as they type that in, giving them the gift of prophecy.
And you know what? Like, at least Slide and I, like, were trying to be a little more preemptive of this go around in this expansion, because in Shadowlands and obviously before that, like, I just did not pay attention to meta achievements at all for the expansions. But like, this is why we did the Zerla Caverns one. And I started. I didn't finish the Forbidden Reach one, which I talked about on here before. I got a little close, but like, that's why I'm like, I'm closer than I've been before. So I feel like this is good. Do we have an official date of when like season 4 is even dropping yet?
I don't think. You know what? I thought they said something. It's gonna drop after something. But I don't remember what, like, it was very vague. It wasn't like a date. What's good at least is that doing all this, like, if you do the meta achievement, you get like what, 6 mounts, 5 mounts, something like that, because each of the like, pocket ones for each zone gives you a reward too.
Yeah, it's a lot. So if you're somebody that likes achievements, likes those types of rewards, I think it's worth it. For me personally, it's just something to give me something to do in this a little bit of a downtime. So you know.
What's even the hardest one in the Forbidden Reach one? I'm trying to figure out. Is it every door? No.
Well, for me, what was giving me trouble is there was this one achievement. I forget exactly. There are at least 2 items that I bought. They're still in my bags, where it's like you put a buff on yourself so that you can have a higher chance to loot something. I know I'm being very vague. There's like some treasure chests that only appear under certain conditions or something.
I'm looking through it. I actually think your hardest one is going to be Champion of the Forbidden Reach, because you have to complete all of the special encounters, which means killing all of the little guys that spawn. And some of them are special, like, Mechagon Island spawns.
What? You have to go to Mechagon?
No, like, similar to Mechagon.
Yeah, specific, like, oh, this guy will be up at a 24-hour timer, and he's only up for 2 minutes.
Or like, bring your green paint to paint the thing. You gotta like bring sheep's wool and stretch it out on the rack.
Yeah, no, I have that one. Let me look up this meta achievement. I can tell you exactly which ones are giving me trouble. It's not that one though.
I'm just gonna say, everyone, Josh is kicking my butt here. Maybe it's because I'm engaging with it alone, but Josh, what you lose out on in naming, you make up for in me drinking all of you on an empty
How
stomach.
much Josh you have over there?
Too much Josh.
Josh is inside of you right now.
You want this nut?
Well, that depends on if he pays for dinner or not.
Josh is a gentleman. Of course he will. You get that filet mignon. Steak mignon is what I was going to say. That's not a thing.
Ooh, steak mignon. You can tell we don't eat a lot of filet mignon over at the DNR podcast.
Well, I don't need any, but also I found the 2 achievements. One's called Scroll Hunter, where it says, find treasures from 50 sealed scroll maps in the post-storm Forbidden Reach. And the other one is Forbidden Spoils, open 10 forbidden hoards around the post-storm Forbidden Reach.
I don't envy anybody who has to go back there. I'm so glad that I was able to. I'm glad I was able to at least lock that part away. I don't even have to look back, think about it. Although I didn't get the mammoth. This could be the time to get that mammoth with that grain of salt, grain of sand.
Ooh, you do not have the mossy mammoth?
Never found the last piece. I got the achievement
Oh,
before, and I said,
boy.
I'm not coming back here.
Tee-hee tiddly dee. I wish it was like an actual, like, oh, look at me, I have it, but it's sheer dumb luck. Just keep running cavern after cavern.
Yeah, I don't know if I said this on the podcast, but I did get the Mossy Mammoth, and it was mainly just so that I could get the items that I had out of my bags. I went back there, and, like, it was a little bit annoying. I think it took like 2 or 3 weeks once I decided to start doing it. This was the same time when I was secretly doing the whelp daycare on the side.
Also, guys, I have great news. There's actually been an update with this achievement with the Forbidden Reach one.
Ooh.
So before, when you got the title, it would be the Forbidden. So like it'd be like Slidewhistle, the Forbidden. So you could be like Exodia or whatever. They've added 9 days ago. They updated it, and now you get 2 versions. You get the Forbidden Slidewhistle or Slidewhistle the Forbidden. You get it front ways and back.
Ooh, I do appreciate that, because although I will say the old form is still superior.
Well, because I remember like us making a joke saying that like you could be like blank the Forbidden, like Exodia the Forbidden, but it was actually I think the other one that it gave you. I think.
So good job, Blizzard. Thanks. You retroactively added the one that I thought we already had, but now it's here. This is besides the point. Sorry, I just need to say something in the middle of this episode here. I actually don't know when little Anduin is appearing at my doorstep. The other day I thought about it. I purchased him from IGN.com 5 months ago here. And I actually they never gave me any paperwork as to when he should be
Did you
here.
get scammed?
Maybe. Is IGN, can they scam you?
Okay, when you said IGN, I thought that you like misspoke and we're going to correct it. You bought it from IGN?
Well, you know what? I'm going to blame new father and Thrall's Balls co-host, Woolith, on this one. Yeah, this was like 7 months ago. He shared an article from IGN that was like the Anduin Rin Nendroid is coming out, which for those who don't remember, it's essentially Funko Pops, but they're posable, they're cool. Immune has seen them. He's seen that they're kind of cool.
Well, and by that I mean I think that they're cooler than Funko Pops
Yes.
because they can stand right like on their own, like and
Well,
they don't have
and
big
you
heads
can
with no
pose them. You
definition.
can do different stuff. It's not just the same wide-eyed look on all of them. But so I purchased it from IGN, which I did purchase it because my phone was like, "Do you want to do like a pay-as-you-go plan?" And I was like, "Are you sure? I guess." So I paid as I went Anduin over the span of like 3 months. And I paid them all off, but they never gave me like, okay, you got him. Here's when roughly he should be here. So, like, Cubby Bub and I can't move because Anduin should be showing up here sometime.
Oh man, dude, it's going to show up right when you move. It's going to just be sitting there alone on your porch.
Didn't you know, champion? I was showing up in 2028. 4 years after I was announced. They say that a hero is never late, champion.
He's lost in the mall.
So everything I'm finding on a quick Google search is like just saying that pre-order period has ended. So like they added the pre-order. It's like, are these officially out yet? Even
they had a picture of him painted, so I assume he could be at my doorstep. But Anduin, why are you making me wait, baby?
They're collecting that money.
And also, if you're making me wait, throw in like a beard and short hair, please. We are now entering the era where you're not just BFA, baby. You need to be TWW form.
So I just sent a screenshot to his chat. This is on Crunchyroll Shop, which again is probably not very like legitimate. But it's a potential date. So there you go.
Yeah, there you go, dude.
Whoa! Fucking November 30th? No way! It's taking them literally over a year to ship these guys out. Come on.
I feel like you already had like a shelf built ready to go to accompany him. No, it's got to be empty for a while.
There's a blank spot that I keep brushed next to his lover, Sylvanas Windrunner, and I'm like, come on, put him there.
Oh man. Hey, maybe he'll be coming with the future PvE experimental content plan that Holly Longdale's been hinting at.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
We had a blue
Sorry,
post.
I had to do the Holly noise in slow motion there. It didn't turn out so good.
Blue post says, "Greetings, citizens of Azeroth. It's been great seeing so many players taking the plunge into Plunderstorm. And we've loved seeing all the stories and feedback, blah, 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 blah. This isn't the end of the things we want to try in World of Warcraft. And we have more in store, and we can't wait to show you. Dragonflight Season 4 is en route as testing begins in the PTR. And we'll have more news to share soon. On the next experiment we have up our sleeves. We hope those of you who are looking for PvE-focused content will enjoy what we're planning." What are they doing? Super Jailer Racing?
And did you say did you describe the emojis that she put in this or no?
Oh no, I haven't seen them. You've seen the emojis. It's a blue post. There's nothing here.
So in a tweet that was very similar to what you said, when she was referencing PvE, she posted two emojis. One was a panda emoji, and the other one was kind of like the flashbang emoji, like the red, and it like looks like a kind of like an explosion one.
I would assume this is in reference to Pandemonium, the event that will be arriving in 2.7.
So whatever that means. So like, yeah, they did. Well, let me pull up this. Why am I blanking on the word for what the timeline, the roadmap? What do they call it?
Yeah, I mean, I think that both those words work. I think roadmap probably. Panda. Oh man, I was like, what if it's gonna be a panda prop hunt? But that's not really PvE. It's still kind of PvP in a way.
Well, it's I'm sorry, everyone. Josh has made me hiccup, so you're gonna have to hear that in the background. That's technically PvE. It's just person versus environment, as in where in the environment are you going to put yourself?
I guess you're not wrong. Yeah.
Blizzard has shown with Overwatch that they saw prop hunt from like 8 years ago, and they're like, "Oh my god, have you guys seen this? It's so fucking funny."
They're keeping up with the trends. Next thing you know, what are they gonna do? Minecraft?
Yeah, like it's a crafting system. I'm trying to think, what were the hit things of 2014?
LMFAO?
I think even that was a little past their time.
Oh man, I just always imagine they never left us.
I saw them in concert and a naked man jumped on me.
Red Food, no.
No, it's actually Blue Crew. I'm sorry. Red Foo was a consummate gentleman.
Okay, guys, I'm back with news from this timeline. So the roadmap. So yeah, we are currently at 10.2.6. Up next is, okay, it says The War Within Alpha, so that should be coming out soon. Before Season 4. So Season 4 is the next, like, thing. Are the seasons not normally patches?
We feel like we've been through this, right? Wasn't there some kind of
like
patch season debate? Normally it's me doing it, though.
Anyways, so then after Season 4 is patch 10.2.7, where the top thing listed says Time Running Pandemonium.
Time running. So is it a foot race?
Ooh, I'm gonna trip you guys at the starting line. Motherfucking Booty ATW is the fastest panda around.
In particular,
Doesn't have to deal with all those other losers like fucking Metaloid does.
Hey. So like in this roadmap, they spell Pandemonium wrong. They spell it as panda, not like, because like pandemonium, like the actual word is an E, but like they spell it with an A.
Okay, so it's not crazy. It's just regular pandas, and their names are moniums.
So if she's hinting that like that is a PvE thing, maybe it's like a PvE equivalent of Plunderstorm that has to do with pandas and time running. I don't know. Like time walking something.
Maybe we get to fight through the various entries in the panda's backstory that really have yet to... I feel like they threw them up there and then they never finished the serve. Like the fight against the Mogu, the creation of Kung Fu that they do. It's all a lot of pie in the sky. Maybe we're finally actually getting to see it. I'm just up here for any extra panda, like, attention, because it feels like after Mop, they definitely were put in the background. Other than a scant few references to G Firepaw doing something in a book, like they're just kind of there.
Yeah, this could be it. This could be their big lore dump. You know, they could just come in. Maybe we're gonna be speed reading popcorn stories about the pandas to really get us some more lore out there.
It's probably more scenarios that involve pandas.
Sunatarists.
Sonatter walking.
That was a Mop achievement. They do know a bit about being Cernaturus.
Whatever it is, people aren't gonna like it. So
Yeah,
I
I was about to say, can you imagine limited time event? They already don't like that. And it's pandas, so you'll get fuckheads like, respectfully, Lynn, who's like, I took off an entire expansion because I couldn't handle bear people. You're gonna get that crusty fucker, but in stereo now. I just can't understand the narrative if it's not about white human guys.
Or green orc.
I will say, I mean, that was the era. I mean, furries get a lot of hate today, but furries got a lot of hate before. The panda era, you know, I guess I can kind of see why WoW gamers would stop playing the game completely because of it.
Which, you know what, then this is not to step on a soapbox, but there really is a level of acceptance, even though I guess they came after Worgans, but like, when people are Worgans or they're Volperas, they get goofed on for being furries. But I feel like you don't see that with Pandarans. For some reason, I don't know if it's because they were joke guys in Warcraft 3 or Chen existed back then, but it's like they have received some level of acceptance that I hope my other hairy brethren achieve one day.
I mean, are you going to tell Jack Black that he's wrong? I don't know. I wouldn't do that.
I love that man. I was once 8 feet in front of that man because I lied to security at a venue in Detroit.
Did you lie your way into the VIP section of a Tenacious D concert?
Yeah. Actually, that is very true. My friend, shout out to my friend Dan. His parents spent $1,000 to get him and his girlfriend in VIP tickets, and then I met him at a bar beforehand, and he sent me a picture of his ticket and said, "They're stupid at venue. Just show them this, and they'll probably let you in." And they did. So, old woman who let me into the VIP section of Tenacious D in 2017, sorry.
You dummy. She's just like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
Eric!
you stupid. I hope you retired because you're going to be fucking fired after your boss listens to this.
We're going to get an angry email from her. Hey, you, listener. Did you miss Jigglesworth Sr., the slime cat? Because if you did, don't worry. It's back in season 4?
Wait, explain?
It's a little weird. I don't know. But I mean, that's fine. I don't care much about Slime Cat. But so originally rewarded from doing the Shadowland fates. So like, you know, during I guess no one was playing. When Shadowland Fated raids were out, you could do the achievement, all 3 Fated raids, and you'd get Jigglesworth Sr., the Slime Cat. But now, if you missed it, you can purchase it in season 4 with 3...
And immune. Oh, there you go. I was about to say immune. How many dinars do you think you'd pay? But yeah, it's only 3.
Well, they're not dinars. They're antique bronze bullions. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry. Yeah, dinars. Wink.
Wait, how many dinars do you get again?
You know what? I said that, and I guess I don't know. I thought it was more than 3. I thought it was a lot more than 3, but maybe that is it. They're like, you can buy equipment, or you can buy this cat you missed out on.
No, I'm pretty sure there was a limited amount, and I think it was only 3.
I don't think it's... Okay, here's some more information. The mount is sold by one of the 4 New Awakened vendors season and is the only item sold for 3 bullion. Do you say bullion? Is that how you say that?
Yes.
Bouillon?
Yes.
Is it bouillon?
I'd say bouillon.
Bouillon. For 3 bouillon.
Like Kim Possible. Bouillon!
While other cosmetic appearances require 1 bouillon, and raid gear cost 2 bouillon. Couldn't you get 3 pieces of gear? So I think you get 6.
Yeah, so confirmed. In Shadowland Season 4, you only ever got 3 dinars, so you could only make 3 purchases.
But maybe now that raid gear costs 2 bouillons, maybe you're getting 6 bouillons, so you can get 3 pieces of gear still. And they're just making it so if you want to completely scuff 2 pieces of gear, and get a cosmetic and a mount instead. You can do that. It's kind of weird.
Wait, so you were saying that like gear costs 2 each, they're giving you 6, and the slime cat costs 3?
I don't
So
know if they're giving you 6. All I know is that the slime cat costs 3 bouillons. Other cosmetic appearances cost 1 bouillon, and raid gear confirmed cost 2 bouillon.
Okay, I mean, like, I guess, like, once we figure out how many we're capped on, then we can do this math, but, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting concept, though.
I'm going to say this, and it's going to be a controversial statement. As a proud owner of Jigglesworth Sr., save your money, people who missed out. It is, I mean, I guess it's a jiggly... Well, you know, he's not even jiggly. It's just a reskin of, like, the Moon Saber model. It's not very good, in my opinion. I remember when everyone, for some reason, maybe we didn't see a model, or people just wanted to believe, we all thought it would be a big, squishy, like, cat, like Squigglesworth Jr., and I have not seen this guy around. No one's really been excited to have Jigglesworth Sr.
I think there's something wrong with his legs, too. I remember, like, the mounting on it was busted. Something about it was wrong. I don't remember what exactly.
Like, when it comes to ground mounts, ground cats, if you're really, like, excited about those, I guess it's an interesting look because it's, like, bones inside of green jelly. But don't feel like you need to sacrifice potentially half of your earnings for them.
Yeah, 3's crazy. Like, I get why they made it 3, so people who had it wouldn't be like, wow, it's only 2, but just make it 2. Like, I don't care. No one cares. No one's gonna give a shit about giving him a slime cat. But let's move into our top 2 bottom boot medium mood. I've got a medium mood.
Medium mood.
I'm back on my hunt for my evoker legendary. I think is
Oh, you poor baby.
So we'll probably talk about this more next week, but we did learn that legendaries that you already have will be upgradable with a token in season 4. And so basically my streak for my bad luck protection streak should still be active for getting my legendary, so I'm back on doing it. I joined a heroic Sarkareth group. That's right, there still are exactly 1 heroic Sarkareth groups meeting up every week that I know of.
I see it advertised in trade chat sometimes, and then I saw that you posted a screenshot and how it was, like, legitimately, like, 90% evokers. It was, like, 2 tanks, a bunch of evokers, and... I think that was it, right?
There was
I mean,
paladin.
honestly, shout out to the tanks that come into that every week and be like, I'm just helping all of my scaly brothers out. Like, they can't do this without me.
Yeah, I don't know why they're there, but I love them for it. And there was 1 paladin, and I was like, what's this fucking paladin doing in here? And then a tank died. And everybody was like, Paladin, please be res. We're all green. All we have is a poison decurse. And he was like, huh? And he was too late. And the other tank died. So we're like, oh my fucking god. Luckily, he got out that first tank, but it was way too late. We still killed the boss because there's fucking like 10, 11 dragons just laser beaming. So like, I kind of like that it's kind of fun and kind of campy that there's just like all these fucking dragons hanging out in like packs now.
And also, I would imagine it's not like tough to do anymore because it's old content. You guys are probably all geared for like common, like, nowadays immerse yourself stuff, so it's less tense than it used to be.
Yeah, and like if they're saying that you'll be able to upgrade them, could you just be running normal even? Like, I don't know, like, would you still be able to upgrade it the same?
Well, I wouldn't want to run normal if I could run heroic.
Oh, lower chances, right?
And it doesn't matter. They all drop the same eye level. It's all the same eye level legendary. Which is weird, right? Because like LFR can give you the same eye level legendary as heroic, because it's not because it doesn't drop. It gives you the base piece that you go craft it with or whatever. But it's really funny because it's super easy to do, and not only because of our gear, but because you're in a raid group with evokers who have these fights down pat. They're burned into our brain. No markers were needed. No instructions were needed. The main thing just said, "All right, dragons. Don't let me down. You know what to do." And everybody rotated counterclockwise perfectly. It was so funny.
It sounds like my old Raz groups that were like mainly hunters, that like they would just invite hunters because they knew that hunters would know how to kill Razageth because we had all been killing Razageth so much. But there's also like, so like, should I be finding groups for Razageth now as well on my Hunter, because all these people saying that, like, these legendaries can be upgraded, they're only talking about the Evoker one and this axe that's current. I have not seen anyone talking about the Razbow.
I would have to imagine the Razbow. It's gonna be in the rotation, so it has to be. I don't think anyone's talking about it because it's not hip and cool anymore. I would at least do LFR. I don't know if you even could get a Raz group together. Well, no, people want the appearance, so maybe you could get a Raz group together, the dragon flying one. But yeah, what about you, Aaron? Top toot, bottom boot, medium route.
Well, I have a top toot this week.
Toot.
And I'm going to keep it simple. I referenced it before, but Saturday, I believe, I had myself a 4-hour stream of the World of Warcraft, specifically Plunderstorm. It was in an attempt to get everyone their crab pet. Watch 4 hours of a streamer and you get this crab pet. But it was a lot of fun. People were sounding off. And I even managed to get second place in Plunderstorm.
Nice. Have you gotten the achievement yet at all? The first place one?
No. Second's as close as I guess, because literally you can't get any closer without getting it. But although that is a bottom boot in its of itself, because I had the life, I had the time. All I did was I was like, I'm going to hook him and I'm going to get him. And he very clearly had thrown out like the stun bombs. But I was like, I'll hook over him. I'll Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus over him. And then I didn't. I got stunned.
So
and I watched
tripped
him
literally at the finish line.
Yes, I watched him, his little goblin ass guzzle down his soda pop. And I didn't have anything because I thought I could kill him with a hook. And I was like, no! And he hit me with the poison fish. So I couldn't guzzle my soda pop. And it was all over.
Poison fish is so good. It's so hard at the
It
end
is.
game because you never know if you're facing a pro streamer or like an 8-year-old on their mom's computer. Like you have no clue.
I'd like to think that I accentuate both of them. I am both an epic gamer and someone's 8-year-old on
It's
their
like-
mom's laptop.
It's like in Fortnite when like we kill somebody sometimes and we're like, wow, was that a bot? And then like I assume like sometimes people kill me in like Fortnite or like now in Plunderstorm and they're like, oh, this fucking bot, like they're putting bots in the lobby now. I'm like, no, this is just me.
But it was a lot of fun. We had highs, we had lows, but we earned a lot of stuff. And who knows, maybe I'll be back this weekend. No promises though. Not that I find it boring, but I already put in my 4 hours. So now I would just be working towards your crab pet. And am I that generous?
No.
But immunization, I want you to be the third and final one. And I'm going to listen raptly and not say anything because I'm listening so hard.
Go piss, girl. But
Thank
okay,
you.
I have a bottom boot.
Boo.
It is that Volperas exist.
Aaron's laughing so hard in the pisser right now.
You know, you can only. I heard that on my headphones as I left. I will not stand for that. Although I assume you mean in a Plunderstorm context.
Well, I've been very clear since Volperas were introduced into this game that I hate
you don't
them.
like them.
So like that stands. I probably have said that they're a bottom boot in the past, like when they first came out, maybe. I don't know. Check the tapes. But anyways, yes, I do mean in Plunderstorm. All these fuckers are using Volperas, and I suppose maybe mecha gnomes or normal gnomes might work. Slide, do you know?
You know what's crazy? I don't know. I feel like I never see them, and maybe that's by design and why they're picking them. Whenever I'm hit by a small creature, I only notice it being a Volpera and a Goblin, which again is the same model, right? So
Yeah, and anyways, for the uninitiated, this is my bottom boot, and we all hate facing Volperas in Plunderstorm because it's kind of cheap. Like the game is coded in a way that like they more easily dodge shit, right?
it's like, yeah, they literally can like 1 inch just step to the left and dodge like an aimed attack. But then like if you're on like a Coltarian or like a dwarf, your big fucking shoulders clip into it. Like I'm like, can we fix this, please?
So I don't know where Worgen Ladies, aka what I play on, stands in the meta. Because like sometimes I'm like, oh, I can bob and weave around guys. But at the same time, I think they're listed as big people. So I feel like I get hit with a lot more strays that my Goblin and Volperan friends don't. Also, is there something about the gnome model that doesn't do that? Because I don't see a lot of gnomes or mecha gnomes, but I see a fuck ton of goblins and especially Volpera.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I will see them in lobbies. I see mechanomes, but then like I never see them in late game. So I either it doesn't work or it's just confirmation bias, and all the ones that I see are just dying. But then it's not like the story everywhere, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's partially a joke, but yeah, that is actually my bottom boot, because, like, whenever I see a Volpera, I just get mad, because they're Volpera, but then also because I know that they're probably min-maxing this, and I'm like, you fucker, I'm gonna go die in the storm so you can't have my plunder.
Oh, see, I just kill them. See, I scan. Level 1, if I see a Volpera, we're fighting. We're gonna fucking fight. You're going back to the fucking menu, buddy, to restart again.
I will say this, and it's not good strategy, but if two people are running at me and like it's a level 2 Coltiran versus like a level 3 Orc, I'm like, I am actually going to attack the Orc because even in this neutral playing field, I am still biased.
I like that. I've never considered using racial biases to attack the other person before. Usually I'll go by the name.
That's because you've never been white, my friend. That's our bread and butter.
I feel like out of context, you just clip that, and then like it sounds really bad.
I love that.
You know, it's tough to be a cool, hip leftist guy, but also be very interested in racial biases in the fantasy World of Warcraft. We're talking orcs and elves, everyone.
In the World of Warcraft, everyone.
So hard to keep it up. I kind of do the same, but I base it off of like who was talking in the lobby. If they were like an asshole in the lobby and were like, I wish this was over already. I hate doing this. Anyone doing this is bad. Or somebody was like, anybody still doing this after Renown 40 is a total loser. And I was like, So I saw this person in game. You know I chased them across the map and killed them.
Oh, is like I posted this in our Discord, I think, a screenshot of it, which you can join by going to DoNotRelent.com. But it was like in the lobby, somebody said like, hey everyone, it's my first game. Take it easy on me, please. And then I like actually saw him in the early game and I was like, fine, sure. And then I like let him slide. And then like I made it to like the final 4 in that game and he was still there and he was wasting people. I'm like, this was a dirty little trick. I should have hopped on his ass when we were both level 1.
Kill all level 1s. That's my advice.
My advice is to subscribe to our Patreon. Don't feel like you need to, but if you do, you'll have a direct access to me. You can text me at any point, and I'll go, thank you for contacting me. I'm actually asleep. These folks have received that very message. Their ranks include Command Sergeant Major Tajurla, Ahoy Vince, Instinct / Drag Race, Azra, and Digital Dave, asking Growlina to say, for the Horde. Mitch, who wants to remind everyone that Rathian isn't daddy, he's a literal child giving out keys for an achievement. Crucifix, Saracen Hawk, Kick Puncher, Dax, Jerome, Satious and Soup, Adorno.
What the dog doing?
Losing the Patient, Gershom, Big Papa Crispy's Big Mama. Calcus, a tired Void Elf. Huzzah! Johnny's Friday is saved. Wooly, Slidewhistle, Secret Stalker, tee Adam N. Vanderlyle, and Will, a.k.a. Tire, Trade Chat's fallen father.
If you want to hear the musings of Trade Chat, email us at DoNotRelentpod@gmail.com.
We'll email you an old Trade Chat episode. Don't be surprised when it covers stuff you already know.
You never know. Hey, if you want more of this kind of content where we just get drunker and talk about random bullshit, check out our Patreon After Dark. What is it? Patreon.com/DoNotRelent. That's what it is. I've asked you and I'm telling you. What about you guys? Where are you guys at?
You can find me, Alex or Immunization, on Twitter at New Era Alex or on Blue Sky at Immunization.
You can find me, Aaron the Human, at TheBigAcheesy on Twitters.com. You can find the show's many, many, many links at our Linktree. That's Linktr.ee/DoNotRelentpod. And also, I just do want to highlight, because I don't say it anymore, but like I said, I may be back this weekend. You can find me at Twitch at AaronDNR, or twitch.tv/AaronDNR. There you go. That's how long it's been. I'm rusty at saying it.
I was this close to just like random blind streaming Plunderstorm. Who knows? Maybe I'll do it this weekend at some point. I don't know when or who or what, but I mean, I'm going to be doing a lot of it, so we'll see. Okay, well, don't forget, I'll knock your doors tonight for the Easter Bunny to come in and drop some eggs for Sunday.
Get ready for today Jesus dies. Get him.
At 2, God, he sent his son to die.
Oh shit! I just realized this episode's being released on Good Friday.
Ooh, eat some fish.
Good, because we got him. Go eat some fish and kill some JC.
Oh, he'll be back. Don't you worry. That's quick respawn time. Actually, it's kind of slow if you think about it. Not fast. All right, bye. And remember,
Another down. Do not relent.
Do Not Relent is a podcast within the 3HNC network, representing U.S. Proudmoore's premier podcasts.
That was a very good wish.
Talking about Jesus Christ's respawn timer.